Hello investors, I hope all of you had a great investment day. I felt really good about today. Today was the third day in a row I showed a profit, so that is very good. And I finished today with a 7.42% return, which is really fantastic. So far this year, I'm up to a 248.47% return. I thought it would be fun for the month of August. I want to keep track of exactly how much you would have gained if you were in the top 7 stocks and the top 7 stocks only for the entire month. So that's what I'm going to start to do. And we're just going to see how it goes. And so far, so good. Definitely a great start to the week. So I had a couple of sales. I sold VSAT. VSAT sold for a 2.2% loss. And this one had hit 3 days since the insider activity and didn't have any additional insider activity. So I decided it was time to move out of it. It was unfortunately not the greatest of trades. It had a good setup, $100 million insider buy. You would have thought that would have been really good. The price just never reacted to the news and it just kind of sat there. So it was time to move on and get into something that maybe has a better return and will get us more profit. And then also today sold LPCN. The reason why I sold LPCN is it does have earnings coming up, and today it jumped quite a bit, and I didn't get the best of exits, so I would say I would give this an 8 out of 10 for a trade, but sold LPCN for a 23% gain, which is really, really great. I think we were in it less than 2 weeks, and so anytime you can make that type of gain in 2 weeks, I feel really good about that. And then I did one day trade today. This day trade would not have been possible if I didn't have Webull. So if you don't have Webull and you don't use Webull as a broker, I highly recommend that you check them out. We got a link down below, and you get one free stock when you sign up, and you get another free stock when you deposit money. And what made this possible was Webull's market hours. They open up at 3 o'clock in the morning Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, and that was really big for this particular trade. So I was able to day trade ADT, and I was able to get it just right before it really moved up, and I was able to see that price action. Definitely see the news, you know, that deal they worked together with Google, and so that was great news. And that happened early this morning. I was able to buy it and sell it for a 38% gain, all in about 16 minutes. So that's always really fun when you can do that. I just love that. I want to talk about different plays in your playbook. I like and have certain strategies, and I like to think of them as plays. So I have different ways that I know that I can make money. So if I have a certain strategy and I see all the things that I want in that setup, then I know that that's a good trade. I feel good about that. I've done that before. That helps me to make decisions as a trader and as an investor. And I'm definitely a swing trader, but that helps me make decisions. And then also, I know that not every stock is going to be exactly the same. Some of them are going to act different. They're going to have different price action. That's just how it works. None of them are exactly the same, but if you can get them close and you can replicate gains over and over and over again, that is the way to invest. And that is the way that I trade. And so I have different plays that I really like, and I made my trading career on the insider swing play. That's what I call it, the insider swing play, where there's insider activity and I buy after the insiders and I load up only on certain types of insider activity. And it's taken me years to develop that process, and trial and error and pain, and then gone back and said, how can I make it better? So that's what you got to do. You got to find a strategy and you got to hone it and you got to work at it. And it's not easy. You're going to have to work at it. Anyway, I have certain plays that I like to do. One is the insider swing play, I call it. Another one is the PDUFA run-up play. The changing fundamentals play, that is something that I'm working on that's brand new, and I'm trying to expand my horizons, but that is a good one so far. Phase data run-up play, which is different than the PDUFA run-up, and it's really important with the phase data run-up that you have a solid date when they're going to release news on their phase data. But anyway, I cover these in detail, and I work with investors each and every day in our Patreon group. We're a new group. I mean, we just started this in July. We have over 100 investors that work really hard and really help one another. We talk a lot about these strategies, and we talk a lot about not only how we're going to get into a stock, but how we're going to exit a stock, which is extremely important. And if you are struggling and you aren't doing well, or if you are doing well and you want to learn some different stuff, this is a great group to be a part of. Check that out in the description down below. I think you'll be happy that you did. Let's get to the top 7 list. All right, so I have 2 that are outside the top 7 list that I own. The first one is TTOO. So TTOO finished down 2.41% today. Earnings are coming up, and I believe that earnings are going to be great for that company, and so that's the reason we're in it. and also other reasons. There's so many catalysts for TTOO, and I believe it's way undervalued. Today it reacted negatively to an article in Seeking Alpha. You know, the thing that I kind of saw on it was the end in the disclosures is that person put that they plan on opening a short position in the stock. And so I really think it's something you should completely disregard. I don't think that that's a good report. If it's an investor for Seeking Alpha who says something negative about a stock and they disclose in the bottom because they have to, that they're going to open a short position, I would ignore that. It means nothing. Anyway, that's TTOO. It has plenty of catalysts coming up. Their sepsis test is really important, and also the other tests that they're working on and different things that they're doing, and they've been selling lots of machines, and so I'm expecting them to have blockbuster earnings for sure. The next one that's not in the top 7 is AQST. AQST is a PDUFA run-up play that we just started, and today it finished up 8.17%. This has huge price targets by analysts, and that does matter when you're doing this PDUFA run-up play. That is part of what you're looking for. And so it's got all the things that I'm looking for in the stock and the reason why we entered it in the first place. And then when it comes time, it shows those deprecating price factors and different things that shows reason to get out of it, lower volume, things of that nature, or a higher volume with a lower price action. That'll be the time to get out of that stock, but they don't have a PDUFA date until September 28th, so we got tons of time on this. This is early, and it's got such a high analyst price target. I think that right now is a good time to enter. It's time to get into this stock, definitely, if you're going to play this play. I think it's really good. All right, number 7. Number 7 on the list is GHL. This is an insider swing play. It was down today, 0.42%, so just a little bit down. But the CEO keeps buying shares of this company, and it's extremely bullish, and the CEO keeps paying the exact same price me or you would pay. And those are the things that I look for in that setup, so I think that this is a good one to get into. Number 6 is NGM, and NGM finished up today, 3.23%. It is an insider swing play. 10% owner bought shares, and guess what? Tonight, as I was actually driving home, there was new insider activity reported. So NGM is, again, just at the beginning. So I kind of reset the clock when that happens, when you have multiple days of insider activity. So NGM is going to be a good one for a few more days. So feeling really good about my purchase on that one. Number 5 is FRG. FRG finished up 1.92% today, and it had a $9.3 million insider buy by the CEO. And that is very bullish in my opinion. And so I think FRG has a lot of room to run. It really hasn't run a lot, so if you get in on it now, I'd definitely say it's a decent entry point, and it's looking good. Number 4 is brand new to the list. This is a brand new insider that happened this morning, and that is KN, so it's brand new. Today it finished up 3.41%. I was able to get it lower than that, was able to get a really good deal on it right after the insider activity, so I was able to find a good level of support and then buy just above that support. I feel good about its prospects, looking good. And Donald McLeod, insider, and he spent $150,900. He's a director in the company, put his own money in it and paid the exact same price me or you would pay. This is someone who gets options and who gets awarded shares, and they just decided, you know, hey, I believe in the company enough to put my own money in on it, so I feel really good about that. Number 3 is FENC. FENC finished up 4.20% today. It's a PDUFA run-up play, and it's for their hearing loss therapy, and I think that this is extremely marketable, and I hope that the FDA approves it. But August 10th, there's a PDUFA date, so we've got a little bit of time, and that run-up should continue and get really strong over the next 2 days. This is the time to get in. If you haven't already, you should have been listening to this already and been in this stock already and should be enjoying the fruits of it being up every day. But FENC is a really good one. Highly recommend. Number 2, and this one has been a rock star, and I know I sold it. I sold it on the last day of July, and I didn't have to live with that decision, so I decided to buy it back on Friday. The very next day I bought it back, and that's TRVN. TRVN has a PDUFA date of August 7th, so it is coming right up. This sucker is surging like crazy. It is a little late to get into it if you're getting into it now, but you know, there is still some room to run, but you're gonna have to be quick. Today it finished up 26.72%. It is up again in after hours, so this is continuing. So it's finishing at a high and it's continuing in after hours for a high, which means that tomorrow is looking very bullish also because we're looking at a nice gap up. So TRVN has been a really terrific play. I expect great things out of it tomorrow. All right, This is my champion, this is my darling. Number 1, PSTI. I've been talking about this for the last couple of days. PSTI, very bullish insider activity by Wolf Capital. And I am way up in this stock, and I don't think it's done, because guess what happened today? Well, today there was more insider purchasing by Wolf Capital. There is lots of stuff going on within this company, and there are reports, more rumors right now, but it should be reports soon, that they have a therapy for the very sick in what we've been dealing with here lately. And I can't say exactly what, but you know what I mean. So PSTI is a stock that is really running. It is nowhere close to done running. It finished up 12.65% today. It presented itself with a beautiful opportunity for you to buy shares early this morning. It had a 5% dip, got 6%, 7% down. I had people messaging me saying, I'm worried. I wasn't worried at all. I was holding PSTI. Way too bullish insider activity for me to get out of that. And so I think this one has a lot more room to grow. If you haven't gotten in it yet, and you might catch it just before it really takes off, I would suggest getting in early tomorrow morning. I think this is going to be a fantastic stock. That's why it's number 1 on this list. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could do me a huge favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button, and then share this video with your friends, that would be a great honor to me. And if you're seeing me for the first time and you're thinking, oh, I really like what he has to say and I like his analysis, subscribe to the channel, and then also turn on those bell notifications so you get notified whenever a new video comes out. I do one of these every business day. I enjoy talking with a lot of you online, and I want to encourage you. Let's have a great day tomorrow and a great rest of the week, and Raythoven out.